Yep.
And we're recording. So today we're trying Deanston in Dragon's Milk, 50.5% ABV. Dragon's Milk is a stout. It's a stout beer aged in bourbon barrels. One of the first ones, and I mean, this is why I picked this because this is one of the first bourbon barrel stouts that I fell in love with probably about a decade ago. Um, and for many years, every time I would go to the States, I would grab a case. And this is from a brewery called New Holland in Michigan. So kind of funny that they got Michigan barrels getting sent all the way over to Highland to have a single malt aged in there. But definitely something quirky and experimental, and that could turn out good or not so good, or maybe it doesn't make a difference. We'll find out. What are you guys smelling?
I get like off the bat. I know this is not an Isla, but I get like a bit of peat, like very little. It's like it kind of comes and goes. Um, but definitely I get some like kiwi, coconut. Um, like
I like the kiwi. I get like kiwi black pepper.
I almost get like this is a really weird thing to say, but have you ever so like carpet? You know, on the other underside of carpet, there's like that plastic stuff on the bottom of it.
Underlayment.
Yeah, it smell. I get that smell, and I know it's a really weird. Like, why are you smelling carpet? But no,
Oh, let me go smell my carpet. Hold on.
underneath it.
Yeah, the bottom of it. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I really don't get much on the nose.
It's
Yeah,
like
I'm not.
a grassy, weedy, lemony pepper.
I can go with the
That's
peppery
kind
for
of what I
sure.
get.
Yeah,
Pepper, I can see.
Uh,
I get a
but
little
then
bit more out of the sample bottle when I smell it out of the sample bottle. I get a little kind of malty honey, but it's
This
kind of
is
generic.
decent.
Like I don't get any of
I'm
your kiwi or anything. Uh,
I'm smelling soap, but it's probably from my hands because I just washed them like 5 minutes ago.
yeah.
But
Um,
disregard that.
I'm surprised that being aged in a stout barrel, it's so light.
Yeah, I would
Mm.
have expected a lot more influence, right? Like
So
those
is it
bourbon
just like
barrels,
finished for a month or two or what?
even then, right? Even then, I would have expected a bit more influence. I'm sure it's not in there for that long. We're on the order of months. Um, let me see if I can get uh, better
Yeah,
stats on that. But
yeah,
uh,
the color surprised me given that it has any kind of contact with something as stout's, been it.
yeah, and these are like heavy syrupy stouts, right? Like very, 14% ABV, extremely sweet, right? Heavy flavors. So yeah, I'm also surprised that I'm getting zero stout influence. The color is on the lighter side. Yeah.
So I'm with Simon, like I'm not getting very much at all. To me in the glass, it's almost like kind of a little bit rubbing alcoholish. Like just very, very slight. I do get a bit of the pepper. I could probably go for lemon. And then from the bottle, it's a little musty. So
Do you like
I
it?
don't know. I don't know.
And this is
That's
Deanston.
yeah.
This is Deanston, yeah, yeah. So usually something like bold, spicy. Um,
Well, let's get into it.
let's do it. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
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 Kind of the same thing. I mean, I get some honey, I get some malty notes, I get this nice little toastiness, a little spiciness, but I
I
don't
get a bit,
anything that I could call stouty. Like,
right off the bat. I got a bit of like green grape. Um, I like the toasty though.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe there's a little roasted that you could kind of go towards the stout, but like it's so mild that I would never pick this out as some sort of funky finish.
Yeah, I kind of liked your kind of green grapey. I honestly, I find it to be a little candied. Um, I get like a green Jolly Rancher kind of flavor on the palate. It's got a little spice to it, but I find it sweeter than I was expecting. I'm not getting a stout influence at all, really.
The finish is 2 years. This is goes 2 years into stout casks. Wow.
I
That
would
doesn't make
expect,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would expect it.
It's around 10
some
years
more
old
influence.
total. So they say 7 to 8 years in kind of the regular casks. And then 2 years finished in casks that previously held Dragon's Milk Stout.
How long does the stout stay in there?
Very, very surprising. The stouts are usually aged for, I don't know, somewhere around 6 months. Like they're in there for a little bit, like enough that they would soak into the wood.
Well, should we start putting numbers on it?
Yeah, whose pick?
Yeah, this would be my pick. I was very excited about this. Turns out it's not that much better than the Virgin Oak. It's still good. Like I'm enjoying this. Um, I was expecting something experimental, and I'm getting kind of a classic Highland single malt, right? Like the honey notes, the malty notes, a little spiciness, kind of everything that I would expect out of a well done Highland. I think at the proof 50.5%, it comes through nicely for me. So kind of hesitating high 70s, 80, maybe go 79, 80 flat is kind of where I'm landing. I think it's very good. It just the only reason I'm upset isn't because of what I'm tasting, is because of what I'm not tasting. Like I was hoping for something experimental, some new flavors that you wouldn't usually get in single malt, but hey, nope, not today.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna go on the low end to start off. I'm going probably 62. It just seems kind of boring. I feel like maybe it's missing a step, or it's like trying to do something, but it's not. I don't know. It just I don't get anything. As soon as I taste it, like I feel like I'm getting, it's gonna start something like a lot of flavors, but then it just stops and it's just kind of like blah. Like so, I don't know. I just find it kind of very boring. There's really nothing to be excited about. So I don't know. I just yeah, I'll go 62 on this one.
Yeah, I was kind of with you there. Like there's just nothing that makes me want to come back to it. Like not it's not bad, or like not that you can't drink it, but there's nothing that's exciting or to me memorable about it. And I'm gonna go 68 on that.
I'm gonna give it a 7. At first I thought it was because I missed a few weeks. I haven't had any whiskey, and maybe my palate wasn't up to snuff anymore, but it's just not doing much. I want to come back to it though.
What was your number, Sean? 70?
70, yeah.
Am I up last?
Yep.
Yep.
I am at a 71 on this. I think it's pretty simple. But what it does do, I think it's doing pretty well. This is kind of one of those gimmicky ones that, again, we're disappointed in. It seems rare that they do one of these experiments or kind of gimmicks, and it turns out This is just kind of another one you can throw in the bin as a letdown for what we were expecting. But as a standalone Scotch, if you weren't to be into the stout finish and you were just kind of rating it, I think it's kind of average, decent. It's got some nice flavors in there. It's nothing to hate on it for, but it's nothing that gets into the high 70s or mid 70s for me.
All right, cheers, guys.